In the name, middle distance.
Was it because you was talking?
You already know.
Well, Coach, I mean, just kind of an efficient win and a good way to start this tournament.
Yes, sir. I think, I told somebody at halftime, it doesn't matter how many times you play here. That first game, you still get jitters, and kind of get swallowed up by the atmosphere. If you really look at our roster, we had a lot of kids playing meaningful minutes that's never played meaningful minutes. We talk about our 3 seniors, and they've done it, but this is Katie's first ride. Chloe, Josiah's played a little bit, but she's playing in longer stretches. Taya Wardlow, same thing. So it's always good to get out there and get a good feel, and maybe Friday night it won't swallow you as much.
What was it like for you guys defensively there in the first half? Is that kind of where you got your sea legs, so to speak, like Coach was talking, got the jitters out? Because I think you had 22 points off turnovers there in the first half.
I think we started off slow, but then towards the end or middle, second quarter, I guess, we started to pick it up. We work on it in practice every single day. I think we get our energy from our defense, and then we transition that over to offense, and that helps us with confidence too.
Meadow, you looked bound and determined to establish the low post. Just kind of, if you could take us through your approach to today's game.
I just had to use my advantage, and I know that my strength is one of my high points, so I just use that advantage and just go work.
You said your strength is what?
My strength is my high point.
At 34 points in the paint, and they were in zone pretty much the whole game. Kind of speaks for just how determined your players were to get the ball there in the back there.
We talk about that a lot, especially in games like this. I think a lot of games is won in the paint. There's times where you get teams that shoot the lights out, but in this atmosphere where it's open background and everyone's sitting, down looking at you, it's really, really different. So they understand that. Sanaya scored her 2,000 career point tonight. She has 7 points, but what she does, getting everybody else involved and getting those paint points for us and getting paint touches for us, I don't know if there's anyone better that can do that than she does. So a lot of our paint points comes off of something that she probably did, and then the rest of them comes off strong post moves or offensive rebounds. So they know how much we want to get into that paint, especially in a game like this. And if you're blessed to play Friday and Saturday, your legs are gone, so some of those outside shots may not fall.
So now, your role has changed so much for your senior year. When Emma was around, you were kind of more of a swing guard. It just looks like you've taken kind of ownership of that as well. If you could address that.
Yes, sir. As a senior, I wanted to step up my game in all levels: rebounding, passing wise, scoring wise, and that's what I want to continue out throughout the season.
For players, even though Sanaya and Meadow, y'all been here before, how nice was it to kind of get this first game under your belt and kind of get back in the swing of things on this floor?
It's good that we secure the win because we're just moving step by step. We're just taking game by game, and we just got playing, and we had a goal to reach, so we're just taking it step by step.
So, Coach, the conditioning really doesn't bother you that much because I think your floor is actually college length, right?
Yes, sir.
So how do you think that gives you an advantage when it comes to the regional tournament?
I think so, because legs are so important. Depth is so important. And, we lost a rotation player, Riley Campbell, due to ACL. And so making sure that we're in condition and making sure that we've got some depth, that's important. I tried to get Emma Macy some floor time early. Anaya Smith, I tried to play Katie in longer stretches just to get used to it. Not really worried about the 3 seniors because they've been through it, but it's very important. So in practice, I started increasing reps for certain kids so that they can have some extra conditioning in practice. Yes, she's one of them, and so I'm glad I did that because we're going to need her down the stretch to be in her full capacity.
And Meadow, I saw there in the third quarter, you did look like you was a little gassed, but you continued to play through it. Is that something that you've done all year, or is it just?
Yeah, that's something he preaches a lot. He always says, "Give it all you got, and he'll get you one." I mean, we're always 7, so as long as you give your best, I mean, that's fine.
Logan Metcalf, next coach, talking about playing even those teams next round on Friday.
Yeah, we're gonna go watch them. Of course, we played Logan early in the season, and you really can't take any of that into consideration. We have not played Metcalf. I have not seen Metcalf play. I know they're probably the youngest team in the field, honestly, by age, when you look at their roster. But I know they can shoot it. They play fundamental brand of basketball. They're well coached. So, we are going to be prepared regardless of who we play. And so we're going to go up there and watch and get a good feel. And then I'll get some film and we'll break it down as a staff. And then we'll come up with a plan and we'll put the plan in their hands. And it's their job to carry it out.
Potentially a loaded question. Sanaya and Meadow, you really weren't recruited here that hard as far as best I could tell. Does it give you a little motivation, extra motivation when you come here to play?
I mean, not really. It's just, it is what it is. But, yeah.
Sanaya,
Yeah, no.
you know, been kind of tone out all that?
Yeah, we gotta beat someone.
I know you're happy with your college choices, don't
Oh,
get
for
me wrong.
sure, for sure. Shout out to Coach Elo.
What's on the piece?
Calvin,